What is up, everyone? StonePost34 bringing you a DLC update. I just downloaded this on the 24th. There's two map packs that come in this. A little bit disappointing. Also disappointing, you don't get it for the PlayStation 3. I do have Xbox as well, so I downloaded it with my Elite membership on the Xbox. And the first map that I'm going to go over is the Liberation map. Now, this map, there's a lot of things I'm going to tell you about it, but let me just tell you first and foremost, and I knew this going into this map, that this is sniper's heaven. So I'm real careful, real cautious, choosing my line of sight, and trying not to expose myself very well. But a little disappointing that they did not release to Elite members on the PlayStation 3. I believe that will be coming out sooner as opposed to later. I don't believe it's going to be a full month, so just an FYI for you there. Another complaint I do have is they just uploaded the playlist, but there's only 2 maps. Now, if you remember, in other DLCs, we get multiple maps, up to 4 maps. So you could create a playlist. So it took me literally about 10 to 15 minutes to actually get into one of the newer maps. And I tried to do it on Domination. I had to switch to Team Death because it had the most players. So you can just see I got sniped here. Twerked me off. I didn't even see this guy. Spawned right behind me, I guess. I don't know. But, so there's only 2 maps that they have in the playlist, which means if you go to the Elite content on the playlist, they intertwine all the other maps. So I kept backing out, backing in to all these other maps, and finally got onto Resistance. So anyway, this is Resistance. I am playing Team Deathmatch. You know, I started thinking about it. There is less junk in the way. I don't know if you can tell. You know, it still has a little bit of stuff, but not, you know, the typical map that just, I think, like Resistance. I mean, you go down a hallway and you just run into junk everywhere. Seems like this is a little more open. I don't know if they've listened to the community and figured out, okay, you know, we can, you know, offer some cover, but we don't need to clutter it up and look like someone, you know, took a design class and then threw up all over the place and decided that's where they're going to put everything, because that's what it feels like in some of these maps. This map felt a little cleaner. I got to tell you, the color, and I don't know if you can tell in this video, the color is brilliant. They did a great job. You know, a lot of the maps in the game that came with the game, they're okay, but this map has a lot of great color. I was pleased with it. I don't know if that takes extra time in the programming, if that's why it's coming out in the DLC, but you can see these autumn leaves. They're brilliant. They're, you know, I don't know. I found myself watching the map, looking around instead of looking for enemies. But anyway, let's talk about the best class to use on this. As far as loadout, I'm using the PPMC, whatever, I can't remember what it's called. I would not recommend this. I found myself in many engagements where I think I get a long shot because it's just not the right gun. I think what you want to run is like an ACR or a SCAR, and probably run it silenced. And the only reason I say run it silenced is because there's so many people sniping on this map, you don't want to give up your location. What I actually run it on a lot of classes, and I would run it on this class, especially if you're going to run the strike class. Run Recon. You know, it's a team player, as far as I'm concerned, perk, because you can paint people up on the HUD, and it also helps you when you, you know, you're going around blind corners, and people with Assassin, it does not save them. So that's why I went ahead and ran Recon. I'm running it on this class. If you have Recon Pro, if you hit them with bullet damage, it also paints them on the map as well. Also, I run Hardline Pro, and the reason I run that is because I run Strike, and I'm not that good, so, you know, it just gives me a little bit of an advantage. And that was a horrible spot to be laying down. Now, as far as your third perk, I'll leave that up to you. Leave it in the comments if you have a suggestion. I would say, you know, run an ACR. If you are a sniper, please snipe, but if it's Domination, make sure you have 2 flags if you're on my team before you snipe. But I think that's probably the best loadout. Now, I don't know if you saw here a few minutes ago, and I think I go back in there. There, right here to the left is an alternate route that you can take in this map that allows you to kind of get to either side covertly without being seen, and this takes you back to one of the near one of the main spawn points. And actually, I meant to point that out. I think I get back to that spot. It's a tertiary spawn point, and I noticed that when I felt the map was being divided up, I knew they were going to spawn by this. It's like a half moon bridge. But basically that underground spot, I wish I was playing Domination because I am a Domination player, and I could see how that would work on the B flag. I believe the B flag is going to be where the large fountain is in the main screenshot that everyone saw when they were calling the map Park, not Liberation, you know, when it was tweeted out. And in fact, I did a video on that as well. So I don't know if you remember that. So as far as, you know, I did play the other map, Piazza, I believe is the name of it. That's a weird map. I only played one game on it, and it was a team deathmatch as well. As you could see, actually I was going to say, as you can see, there's a Gatling gun here. Do not pick this up, and this is why. Watch this. What an idiot. But I just wanted to show you guys where that was. That was the main reason I was doing it. But the other map, man, it is... I gotta, you know, I might just do an aerial overview on it. I'm not sure what to do because the spawns on it are so ridiculous. I mean, it seems like every time I die, someone's spawning right behind me, and I know that supposedly they fixed that, but did not really enjoy that map that much. But I wasn't playing with the team, and I wasn't playing my game. So perhaps if I was playing both, I would do much better. So anyway, for whatever that's worth. So anyway, as far as this map, I would probably give it a B, B+. You know, if I was a sniper, I'd give it an A+. And, you know, a lot of people complain about, sniping and, you know, long lines of sight and you know what? I don't really complain about it because I think there's so many different types of players in this game. Guys that run around with shotguns, do ridiculous things. And this is the spot I'm talking about. It's a tertiary spawn point, and I'm kind of hanging out here because I'm afraid, yep, right there, they're going to come flying out of there. And the only reason I knew that is because I spawned there 2 or 3 times when the map was split up. So I knew if we had the advantage on the other side of the map to look to that spot for another spawn. So that's why I was just kind of hanging out. And you could call it camping. But anyway, I'd give it a B, B+. I did enjoy it. I'd give the other map, well, you'll have to wait and see that video, see what I think about it. But it's a good map. It just doesn't suit my game style necessarily, but I wasn't really playing my game type. So the TDM on here, it works. I think people will get pretty smart and figure out. And I pull out a sniper rifle here just to see, you know, what it looks like, and see if I can catch someone coming around a corner, which I don't. But anyway, look for the next map to come up. I'll probably do it later today, if not that, tomorrow. I just don't know if I'm gonna have much time to get through it. And I did a theater mode on this, and it is unbelievable the amount of places people are hiding, just laying in wait for you to come around a corner with their sniper, which you can do in TDM. I mean, that's not against the so-called rules as far as I'm concerned, because TDM is, as I call it, team camp match, not team death match. And if you can camp out and get the most kills, then you win. And but anyway, guys, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I think probably in the next week or so, PS3 will get the maps. But take care as always, guys. This is StonePost 34.